From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Pacheco once again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from the 20. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Carr. They complete it to Hill. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes now to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
The point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Mahomes going to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On play action, now Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Derek Carr, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And down inside the 15 he goes. And again, it's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies. It's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. The city of brotherly love getting hit with some snow here as we get set to play. And away we go at the link. Return coming from the 6. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. A play fake now hurts to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Hurts. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're left with 4th and short. On 4th down, Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints get the football on the first turnover of the contest. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
They've got a man in motion. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, ball at the 36. Another run for Kamara. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Headed right, Kamara. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Kamara. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back for the start of the 2nd. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Carr off the play fake. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets. This
is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's another carry for Barkley. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Chase Young bringing him down there. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles facing a deficit near the break. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Buckle up. It's third and goal. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So now from a bit further back, here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on fourth and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He tries to sneak it, and he's able to manage a couple on that run. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
They send a tight end in motion. They give on second to Kamara. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Well, that run puts them right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running behind center with Kamara. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Milton Williams making the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Kamara gets it. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd and just 2 to go. This is Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Has a big hole left. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Another shot for Kamara. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Throwing to start here is Tua. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Tua on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, it's Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tua going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Tua going to change the play. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Waddle, the motion man, right. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble. And this time will be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
second down, and it's Kamara again.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. A give. This is Kamara. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball out to punt for New Orleans. Malik Washington deep for Miami.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Just one field goal in a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they're going to bring in some extra bulk here for 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Toss play. Kamara. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Carr keeps it on a sneak, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The late groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 2nd down and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the ground, Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Tua. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Running with Kamara. And he will have a Saints 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from Ford Field. Here comes a return from the end zone. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right to the air, here's Goff. He's going to air one out right away. And that is incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Goff gives it to Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu from the secondary on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Goff. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Shaheed now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second down and 3. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. In motion is Hill. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
It's a give now to Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. On the ground, this is Kendra Miller. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Saints first down. In motion is Hill. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Good blocking to the 15. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Give him 27, and it's first and goal. They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints come right back to tie it at 7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Goff. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. On first down, Carr. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Shaheed now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play. Third down, 3 to go. Olave is the motion man. Play action now. It's Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. A gain of 17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A run here with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down. Shaheed in motion. On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Miller. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
The speed on display. He's in. Kendre Miller. Touchdown, Saints.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Williams in motion. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Finds room inside the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Williams in motion. A run with Gibbs. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Chewing off 7 yards on that one. Here's 2nd down. Gibbs. with a first down and more. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. Oh, and he missed it. A critical error in the closing stages of the fourth. They don't go for the 2. They go for 1 and miss, and they remain down by a point. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Miller. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. On the handoff, this is Miller. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.